Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be playing another game of Total War Warhammer multiplayer game, probably playing the Greenskins once again. I'm the strategy professor. Now, I did try out the dwarves again because I had this build that I thought was going to be really good against Empire, and I got completely blown out of the water by this guy, Han Napoleon, who was playing Empire. So, a top 50 person, he was number 32. Now, when I lost to him, I'm not going to put the game up because it was just an absolute slaughter. I only lost 60 that time. So, it unequivocally, if you lose to a high-level player, you lose a lot less points. And if you lose to a lower-level player, then you're going to lose a lot more points. And the same with winning versus losing. So, and it's pretty large. I mean, the match before this, when I lost to that huge Foot of Gork, I lost 450. And against this top 50 guy, I only lost 60. So that 450 guy must have been ranked like, I don't even know. Don't even know. Like I said, he must have just gotten the game out of the box or something and came in. Or out of the digital download box, I guess. The games don't come in boxes anymore. But I'll show you real quick what I had in mind. Since I'm not going to post the game up. I think I talked about it in my last dwarf video. And talk about why it failed. And why it's just so hard. I'm going to have to rethink if I want to play the dwarves and actually gain some points here, because I'll still play them for fun every now and then, but I had this build and I was like, okay, well, I can hold the line with Thanes, Dwarf Warriors, and stuff like that, and, just blast them with these cannons. Well, the cannons didn't do anything. They did almost no damage, and all he did was he got like 2 spearmen, like 5 or 6 great swords, 2 demigriffs, and flying lords and wizards. And I just don't know how the dwarves deal with that, because you just come up with the great swords. The great swords are going to absolutely slaughter any infantry the dwarves have. I mean, they're cheaper than hammers, and I think they might almost beat hammers straight up in a one-on-one. It'd be close, but they're a lot cheaper than hammers, and they can get buffed by magic. Like, he had a fire wizard that was like casting just the fire buffs on people, which I don't know if that's the choice I would go with, but I mean, obviously he's a really good player, so he knows what he's doing. But yeah, and then I had 2 runesmiths, and I was like, okay, I can just cast, my spells on the demigriffs, but you don't have time. Like, they just, basically, they run in, they're gonna crush your infantry line with great swords, and they're gonna run in with their lords and just swoop down and disrupt all of your dudes, and then they're going to run in with the demigriffs and knock them out. So a good counter might be Slayers to that, but I just think Slayers are very underpowered right now. Like, that's your only answer to really large units. I mean, yeah, they can do a lot of damage against large things, but I mean, I guess I would have to try Slayers, but the thing is, they can get around the Slayers. Like, if you have Slayers, they don't have to fight you. They can just do other things. They can just hit and pick and run. Charge your units, run away, charge your units, run away. And there's not a lot you can do about that, because the Slayers are really slow. And I'm going to fix my headset while I talk here. Because the Slayers are really slow, and you're not going to be able to use your missile units to really train and kill them. Maybe, but I think it's a major problem. I don't know. I'll have to go into the tank and think more carefully about it. But I think we'll stick with the Greenskins for now, and I will come up with other factions. Empire's just so hard to deal with, honestly. I mean, I could just play Empire mirror matches. A lot of the top players that I play against do play Empire. But I'll stick with the dwarves, or the Greenskins. I have done the Greenskins quite a lot. They do have a weakness to air, but I think if you just crush their line fast enough, and if I have better tactics and just know that they're going to have that air spam at the end, I can crush their infantry line. I can crush their cavalry units. It's the only thing that's a problem. It's just the flying at the end. Try this greenskin on greenskin. It didn't work out very well last time. I was not impressed with this rock clobber, to be honest. And I don't think they're going to run that many large units. I mean, maybe they will this time. I feel like this is a bit overkill on the anti-large, though. I mean... just trying to think. They aren't going to have that many missile units. I kind of want to try an Arachnorok Spider and green. Why wouldn't I do that? Greenskin. I mean, they could have Biggins. That's true. But Biggins would tear me up if they had Biggins and I had this many large things. But these Black Orcs would beat Biggins up. Go with this. Let's get rid of the Night Goblin. I want to try this out and just see how this works. Go for both of these. I don't have a mount. I could just go with Savages, I guess, just because I have a little bit of extra cash. So my line is a little suspect. Yeah, I mean, I don't have Rock Lobbers. I do have Black Orcs, though, so I should be able to get more superiority. This should help me on the line quite a lot. This will help me with their lords. So my weakness here is going to be if they have a lot of Biggins. So I need to make sure that I put the Black Orcs into the Biggins if I can, and then I can put the Ragnarok Spider onto the Black Orcs. Would be kind of an ideal setup. Now I am a little bit exposed to Orc Airboys, but my boars can charge and run them down. Okay, it's a pretty good map. This is a close map. I need to pay closer attention to the map and the setup. Like, I haven't quite metagamed that yet. Figure out which setups are best against which factions on which maps. But this is why I'm just playing the Greenskins a whole lot, so that I can try to completely master them as much as possible, just so that I know what to do on which maps, and then I can give you the highest level of insights possible. I mean, if I split myself thin, it is cool, because you get to see, you know, different factions. Which I will still do that, like I said. I'm just, for the next couple of days, I'm just really going hard on these episodes. I've made a ton of them. I made like 20. Not quite that many, but a lot in the last few days. I mean, they're only like 15 minutes or something, 20 minutes. So we got a goblin here, this guy. Got some potions. Let's make him our 4 group. Make her our 2 group. And we're just going to run at him. And then we'll figure it out once we start heading over there. We're just going to bum rush them. So if they have artillery, it shouldn't be a huge deal. We just want to run at them before they even know what's going on. Oh, I see. Yeah, user gave me a good tip that you can just hold Alt and then just press like attack and it sends everything to attack a certain way, which is pretty sweet. Exactly what I want to do. I just want to start running over there as fast as I possibly can. And then I'll figure out, you know, the matchups and the micro and stuff on the way there. Flyer, he's got some Doomdivers, so he is trying to use this as a little bit of leverage. I should be able to get around the back to mess with him. Now, not having Biggins is definitely going to hurt us against this giant, but I think we'll be okay. Now, we can put our spider up against the giant, which is what kind of what I want to do here. He doesn't have Biggins either, does he? Those are work boys. Now, he's going to be really out of position here against these infantry, though. Oh, he's got some little guys here. These guys run. just gonna get around all the way to his flank. Oh my god, is that button broken or what? Like, freaking run. I don't care, we're going in. So he's trying to rotate, but he's gonna be late. Those things are pesky, but I mean, I'm not really that worried about it. Alright, well, if he just wants to commit units over here to chill, that's fine. I'll just kill him on his line here. Okay, now we should be able to charge into this, I'm pretty sure. Everything else is pretty much done. Let's put the spider into them actually, and then let's put these on the giant. Should be able to keep them busy for quite a while. I'm hoping. We'll see. Alright, cycle these charges. Get right in there, get in there. Get that bonus versus large. There we go, now we're melting them. Now we're talking. Is this guy ever gonna like do anything? Get in here, get the board up. Now my spider's doing some serious work in here. What the heck just made all my dudes run? What just happened here? Like, did something cause terror? It must have been that guy just scared everybody? Like, what on earth just killed everybody? Like, legit, I turned my back for 1 second. It looks like we're winning that fight. And then all of a sudden, like, everybody's dead. Like, what just happened? Did he cast a spell or something I didn't see? Go kill that giant. Go kill the giant. Maybe it was like all 4 of those just like smashed my guys and didn't hit his guys at all. That must have been what it was. It's like a Doomdiver insanity shot or something. Oh, his dude's not even hurt. I thought his guy was really hurt. Oh, he had potions probably. That makes sense. Hit this giant guy, the guy that's hitting you with the huge club, hit him. And you have permission to go in there and fight anytime you want. God, am I really gonna lose this? Like, what on earth? That must have been like Doomdivers just straight up like murdered everybody in there. I legit don't know what happened. So I should have I sent my little goblin guy to go deal with the Doomdivers, but he was walking. That's my biggest weakness, is just these controls. So I like the strategy, I just don't know how all of my units died right there. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the replay. But other than that, if all my units didn't like have a nuclear blast go off on them right there, then I think we would have won. Like, seriously, what the flip happened right there? Like, I was watching, I thought everybody was doing well, we were going to win that, and then all of a sudden, just, boom, turn of a hat, just dead. So the spider was an all-star. These were okay. Of course, the one time I don't go orc biggins, then he has a giant. Giant didn't even really do that much. He caused a lot of terror. I need those biggins back. I feel like if I had biggins there, I would have won that very decisively. Well, I'll have to watch the replay because I honestly just don't even know what happened. Like, we had them completely enveloped and surrounded. Like, literally, it was just my Ragnarok spider tanking like 5 of their things up top. And we had like a full circle around them there. And I was charge cycling on the giant with Boar Boy Biggins. And we had Sneaky and Itchy going. And my big guy was in there. And I was just like, okay, sure, we got this, no problem. Like, how can we possibly lose? We have them completely surrounded and flanked. And then I, like, look at the spider, and then I look back, and all my guys are running. And I'm just like, what just happened? It must have been that. Like, these Doomdivers just, like, blew me up. I need to run. I should have run this guy in there. I forgot he's not on his mount. I just need to get, like, just some cheap wolves just to tie up things like Doomdivers. Those would have been great there. It doesn't feel like he was that good either. I probably lost a ton of points. Let me see. I just don't even really want to look. 11. Oh wait, 38, 297. Yeah, that was really bad. That was really bad. Let's see, 38, 297 was a minus. Okay, so we've got 320. Yeah, he was not that great. I should not have lost that. I'll have to watch the replay. I have no idea, honestly. It had to be the Doomdivers. Just like all 4 of those just hit a massive clump of my units, and I just died. So I've got to have something to tie up Doomdivers. I did like the spider, though, in that matchup quite a lot. So I need to go with Biggins, some Wolf Riders, and some spiders. I'll figure out some way to fit all that in there, but thank you very much for watching. I don't really mind losing that way, I guess. Anything but Flying Lords. Anything but Flying Lords. I'll just have to watch the replay because I legit don't understand how it was. It had to have been just a massive Doomdiver hit, just right in the middle of everything, because it was like 8 of my units just routed all at once. So that definitely had to be it. So thank you very much. If you enjoyed this, check out the other videos. I swear I do win a pretty large portion. How much have I won so far? I know I'm over 50. Pretty well over 50. See, since I've been recording, like, my record here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so I think I'm 6 and 6. So I am 50% over my last 12 games, but before that, my games 1 through 12 or something, I feel like I won a lot. But we're slowing down. We're definitely making some tactical errors here. We're trying out new stuff, though. We're being innovative. As long as we're learning, that's the goal here at this point. So thank you very much for watching. I'm just going to go ahead and just record another video right here. And so stay tuned if you want to see what happens next. Have a wonderful evening.